everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa and I am so happy to be here with you guys. On today's video we are going to do Jaclyn Hill's Ride or Die tag. I've been planning this for a while, you guys. I have everything sitting right here right next to me. This is the third time I try to sit here to shoot this for you guys, but it's on. We are going to get it done. The first time I tried to shoot it, we had to go run some errands, and then I had planned to come back home and get it taken care of for you, but it didn't work as planned. My neighbors next door, they're lovely people, but he does work on vehicles on his spare time, and yet I guess the other day they were just fixing the engine of a car and it was muffling my voice, so you guys couldn't hear me. So I kind of gave up and said, you know what, I will shoot it when there's not so many things going around. That way you guys can hear my voice clearly and you guys don't hear engines running in the background. So like I said, I'm really happy to be here with you guys. So sorry it took so long to get this out for you guys, but it's all here. I do want to give a quick disclosure. I've always loved makeup. I've always had makeup ever since I can wear makeup. A lot of the things I do have are a little bit older. I tend to love something and kind of stick with it. I'm going to try to branch myself out a little bit more and go into unknown territories. I do have things in order and I'm going to try to go in order. I'm going to look down to grab the things, so you'll see me looking down a little bit, so I apologize about that, but we're going to get started. You guys ready? Because I'm ready. So my first one is going to be primer, and I love the Hangover by Too Faced primer. It's one of the best primers for me, I feel like. I have extra dry skin. I'm always peeling around my nose and around my mouth, and I feel like this just adds an extra layer of moisturizer to my face. It feels like a moisturizer, and on top of that it has coconut water, so it smells delicious when you apply it on your face. I do think for me, my makeup does last longer when I do wear this. I've noticed a big difference compared to the primer I was using before. I just feel like my face is a lot softer and smoother and the makeup goes a lot easier. So it's just working out really well for me. So yes, the Hangover Too Faced, this is my Ride or Die primer, guys. Alright, so the next thing is going to be my foundation, and it's kind of a funny story because I had bought the foundation when it first came out, and I just didn't like it. I just couldn't get it to work. I was using it with my brush and I just felt like I was just smearing it around my face and it just wasn't blending in, so I went back to my old foundation. I tried it a few times, like with the same brush. I even changed the brush to try to see if it would work with another brush, and still wasn't getting good results. And unfortunately I don't have a Sephora next to me, and I bought this at Sephora, so I ended up having to keep it because I went past the 60-day return policy. So I realized what worked, guys. I am late to this, okay? This beauty blender is amazing. I'm so late to it. I know everyone's used it. I actually bought a beauty blender a while back at Sally's because I didn't want to spend money on the real thing and I didn't know if it was going to work. And I used it twice and I threw it away. I was just like, oh, this is just not working. I don't know what the hype. I know what the hype is now, guys. Okay, this beauty blender is amazing. So I got the beauty blender. I've had it for about, I think, a little bit over a month. And ever since I started using this beauty blender with this foundation, which is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, and I am light, medium, neutral. That's the color I am. Ever since I started using these two together, it's been pure magic. It's just goes on my skin flawlessly. I don't have any problems. It's just so easy to apply. I do have to say something. This is the only thing I don't like about it. It is one of these droppers. I hate these droppers, guys. It's just so hard because when you actually try to pull out, nothing really comes out. So then I'm having to hold the dropper while I'm trying to pour it on the beauty blender, and you don't want to mess in your counter, especially when you're trying to do your makeup in the morning before you take off to work. So Tarte, if you are listening, I would love for you guys to make this just one that you can squeeze up on the top and it just comes straight out, instead of having this little dropper. I just think it just makes a mess and it just does not work the way it needs to be, or it doesn't work easily for us people trying to put our makeup on in the morning. So if you could just change that, that would be awesome. But yes, I am loving this. This is my Ride or Die foundation as of right now. If I was stuck in an island, I would be so happy just to have this with me. Okay, so it's funny because I have a very dry face, but I have a really oily eyelid. What is it? Eyelids. I have really like moist eyelids. They're really greasy. By the end of the day, my makeup's trying to like fall off my face, and I can't stand it. I'm like, why can't just my face all be together? If it wants to be dry, let it be dry. Why does it have to be mixed? I don't know. So I do use this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I love it. I feel that when I do put this on, my eye makeup does stay longer. It stays in place. I can go throughout the day and not feel like my makeup is running down my face. I have tried all the different ones that they have, and all of them work. I love them all equally, but this is the one that I have as of right now that I'm trying to use up. It's the original, and I'm just loving it. There you go, guys. Okay, so concealer. You ready? So right now, my favorite concealer is this Naked Skin by Urban Decay right here. And I have the Beauty Blender in my hand as well because I do use this in conjunction with this. I just feel like it applies better. I was using a brush, but again, I felt like I was just smearing it all around my face. And then I tried my fingers, but I just don't like using my fingers to apply makeup. I feel like it's just dirty fingers, even if you wash them all over your face, and you just don't want to be putting that dirt in your face. So I do use this with the Beauty Blender, and I tap it in all the areas that I need to conceal, and I feel like it just works perfectly. Let me show you the color. It's light warm, and it's Naked Skin by Urban Decay, guys. I'm loving it. Okay, so powder. You ready for the powder, guys? So the powder that I'm using is It Cosmetics. I think it's only exclusive to Ulta. I think they only make it for them, but I'm loving it. I had it for a long time and I wasn't using it because I was so dry. But again, this thing's amazing. These two together work perfectly. So I put my foundation on, right guys? And then I go ahead and put the concealer to hide all the little marks that I need to hide. And then I use this to kind of set everything. And I'm using the same Beauty Blender throughout the whole process. So it just makes it easy because by the time I get to the powder, it's already dried enough to where I can apply it just right, and it stays where I need it to stay. It stays dry around my eyes. I don't get it to crease because I was having that problem where by the end of the day everything was creasing down here and it just looked horrible. And when you're at work, you don't go to the bathroom every 2 seconds to try to touch up your face. You shouldn't have to be touching up your face, and I just feel like this keeps my makeup where it needs to go, and it does hide the pores that I'm trying to hide under all this stuff. Just so you guys know, I am wearing everything that I'm talking about today. I just thought it was appropriate to go ahead and have everything that I'm talking about on so you guys can see how it looks on me, because if I'm wearing something else, then to you guys it's like, oh, she's just talking about these products, but she's really not using them. But I do have them on, guys, just for you. So this one's it. Let me see. So the blush, we're gonna come to blush. So my Ride or Die blush is actually by Tarte, and it's actually the color Listen. I love it. Let me go ahead and open it for you guys so you can take a look at it. Here it is. I just think it's so soft and pretty. I was using another one that was my Ride or Die, and I hit pan, and instead of going and purchasing that one again, I just wanted to try something else because I was like, okay, you know what, Vanessa, branch out. You gotta get out there and start trying different things. And honestly, this just took over. This is my Ride or Die now. I love it. I just think it looks so subtle. You can pack it on if you want to and make it a little bit darker, but just the way I have it on right now is how I like it, and it does stay on the whole day. If I go out and come back, I still notice that I have that pinkish on my cheeks, and it just looks so pretty. Alrighty, guys. So the next thing is going to be my highlighter. So it's so funny because this highlighter I've had for a long time too, and I had put it away and then I started using it again, and because everyone thing now. Everyone's into highlighter, and I was kind of timid about using highlighter. I was very timid because I was like, oh gosh, do I look crazy? Am I doing it too strong? But I just think this is just perfect for someone who's just starting out. And I feel like me, I'm just starting out with the highlighter world, so I wanted to start with something simple, and it's Mercier. It is the color, let me see here, it's the Radiance Matte. So it's the Radiance Matte, and this is how it looks. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I don't want to blind you. I'll cover the mirror right here. I do have a little bit on today. I didn't pack it on as heavily, but I do have it on both sides. I just feel like it's really subtle, it adds a little shine, and sometimes when I'm feeling really lazy, I actually do use this for my eyelids. I use it instead of putting eyeshadow on, because I just feel like I can just put it on really quickly and run out the house, and it still looks pretty. It looks like you're wearing something on your eyelids, and it looks like it took a long time to do, but it was just 1, 2, 3 swipes and you're done. So I am loving this, and I do want to branch out to other ones, but if I had to decide what was my ride or die right now, it would be this one. So my mascara that I'm using right now is Perversion by Urban Decay. It comes like this. Let me go ahead and show you guys, and I'm loving it. I feel like it's what I have on right now, guys. I don't know, you can't really get too close. I have the camera over there, but I love it. I feel like it just gives me exactly what I need. It doesn't get all clumpy. It gives me length, and it gives me thickness at the same time. I can apply it a few times, and I don't have to worry about these clumps falling down or anything. It's just, I'm just loving it right now. So this is what I'm using. Yeah, my ride or die. Okay. And okay, let's see here. Before I go to eye palette, I'm gonna go to my eyebrows, and honestly, I think everyone's pretty much said this, but it's the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I love it. I am color, let's see here, Ebony. I just love it. It's so simple. It takes 2 seconds to get your eyebrows together. I mean, what can you say about it? It's just, you don't want to be there 3 hours trying to get your brows all taken care of. This is a 1, 2, 3 and you run out the door. I just feel like it's perfect. It's to the point where I think it's almost time for me to go get a new one, guys. It's almost running out. So I'm gonna have to go visit Ulta pretty soon and buy another one, but this is it. I have a hard time picking my eye palettes. I don't buy single shades. Usually I buy palettes because I like to test the different colors in the palettes and see how they work. And it was between the one I'm holding right now and the Naked. And I think I have it right behind me actually. And it was so hard. I was like, okay, which one do I really use that much? And I was like, okay, no, the one I have in my hand, I honestly use it. And it's Too Faced, the chocolate palette. Let me go ahead and put it right here. Well, let me close it so you guys can see it. It looks like a little chocolate bar, or a big chocolate bar if you're looking at it. And it does have the mirror. I don't want to blind you, but these are the colors right here. Look at those colors. They're beautiful. So my favorite ones are the hazelnut, the cherry, and the champagne truffle. Those are my favorites, but I love them all. I love mixing them. Right now I'm wearing the hazelnut, champagne truffle, the creme brulee, and the cherry. So I'm actually wearing a few of them today. I kind of just played with the colors and see what I got, and this is what I got, guys. But I love it. I think it's beautiful. It has everything that you need, especially if you're going to work and you want something subtle. It's something for every day. You have something for every single day in this palette. Alrighty. So, lipsticks is kind of a funny story, okay? I haven't found my ride or die lipstick. I can't say that I would actually die for this certain lipstick, but the ones that I'm loving I am going to go over. There's 2 that I'm really loving. I am actually loving by Revlon. It's the Blushing Nude. I've already worn it on, I think I wore it on my first video. I'm trying to remember, but it's just like this. It's really subtle. It just gives a nice pink to your lips. I just feel like it looks so natural, and I'm loving it. Plus it does last a long time. It probably doesn't last as long as the high-end ones, but to me it just lasts enough time. Of course, if I'm eating, I do have to reapply, or if I'm drinking coffee, sometimes I reapply, but it doesn't bug me because the color is just so beautiful, and I love it. The other one that I'm using is, guys, bear with me because I'm going to tell you a story. So a few years back, we had a bachelorette party, and you know, we had a little girl party, and we had someone come and do a little demonstration. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. And what do I buy? I buy lipstick, of course. Who would buy lipstick in a bachelorette party? But I did, and this is the old one. As you can see, it's like rubbing off. The colors are barely there, and I love this thing. I mean, it still has some lipstick in there. It's probably so old and expired, and I probably shouldn't put it in my lips, but it smells so good, and it's beautiful. It's just, let me see if I can do it on my hands. It looks runny on my hands, but there it goes. It looks beautiful. And they actually discontinued it, and I was so upset. And I've been trying to see it. Like, I go on the website every now and then to see if they'll bring it back in, and unfortunately they hadn't brought it back yet. But we actually had a bachelorette party for another person about 2 months ago, and I just had to ask the lady. I was like, okay, I used to love this lipstick. Do you guys have it? And she's like, I don't know, but the formulas might be the same. She's like, we can try ordering it and see if you like it. And I'm so glad I did. I ordered it from Pure Romance, guys. I know. It's called Obsession, or Obsessed. Sorry, it's called Obsessed. It's from Pure Romance. I love it. It's just beautiful. I have it on right now. I actually have it on top of the blushing nude. So I actually have both of them on. I have the blushing nude underneath, and then I have this Obsessed, and this is Obsessed right here, guys. That right there. This is the old one that they just continued, and then this right here is Obsessed, and I just love it. You know, if you're okay purchasing things from Pure Romance, they do have other colors that I do want to try, but I love it. It just makes your lips feel so soft all day. It's moisturizing. So this is my favorite. My second favorite, because this is actually my favorite, but they don't make it anymore. Alrighty guys, that was all my Ride or Die products. If I was stuck in an island and this is all I could bring with me, I would be super excited. I know I didn't mention a bronzer. I'm not currently using a bronzer. If you have a bronzer that's your Ride or Die, please comment below. Tell me what it is. That way maybe I can go pick it up and check it out for myself. I will go ahead and post my Instagram and Twitter account down below so you guys can follow me. And again, it was a pleasure sitting here with you guys today. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week, and I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.